thing. All right, hopefully this works. Whoa, what was that? What was that little glitchy? All right, that looks good. There's my shadow. It's on a cherry blossom looking tree. It finally actually feels like spring over here. So it's supposed to be a pretty warm day. But I think we're still in what? The 40s maybe? Upper 40s? I don't know. Doesn't even feel like it though. Feels warmer. Susie Q, Ambrose Chamber Pop, Florian Schwartz, Kevin Wu, Hobson Lopez, Alfred Clues, Travis Weeks, Colleen, Ron is here. Twisted Metal. Zither 99, Lobo 87, Pamela Smith, Jean Jacques, Victoria Morrison, Vike, Casey Poober, Steve Parker, Roberto Ortiz, Robert T. Excuse me. About Masha says, Privet iz России, says hello from Russia. Hello. Paul McNeely, good morning. Amy B. in Arkansas, good morning. Angvid, subbing it up with a 6-month streak. Thank you for that super support, Angvid, over on the Twitch side of things. Steve B., good morning. Mosi, good morning. Anthony Butcher, good morning. Harsh Warden, good morning. Mr. Big Daz, good morning. Joker, good morning. Dark Clouds, good morning. Tasha, good morning. Tomoko in Yokohama, good morning. Oh yeah, it's spring break. All the schools should be out. So things might be relatively quiet on the streets. People still going to work, of course, but a lot of people also do take time off during the school vacation weeks just because it's either that or finding childcare. So yeah. Then you got a whole summer to deal with. That's a different story. Allie's here. Happy Monday. George H, yes. Monday and not raining. It's about time. I don't even have my umbrella today. So I guess it's been raining so much, I guess it's still drying out in the bathroom. I forgot to re-engage it into my backpack. Oh well. It is what it is. Deborah, good morning. Carter J, good morning. Marie Wiseman, good morning. Martin Kelly, good morning. Flying Carpet, happy Monday. Stochastic, good morning. And yes, George Official, good morning. Poober says to tell Angvid that Poober loves him. Message sent. Justin S, good morning. Caesar, thank you too. Gerard Sedan, hello. Circle Beyond, good morning. Prince Swag asks how long spring break is. It's a week. Just Monday through Friday. Looks like a jam over there. Uh-oh. There appears to be a car facing the wrong direction. Accessoride looking vehicle. But I think he's trying to get into that lot. I don't know, I guess he's not going anywhere. Until they figure out whatever's going on in the lot. Long Island Railroad coming along over there. Fantastic, good morning. Yeah, it was a misty, rainy weekend. Saturday more than Sunday, but yeah, just a lot of it. Just a lot of it. RKH Awesome, hello. Hobby Go Lucky's here. Good morning. Joaquin Moore, good morning. Fantastic, got an 8-mile bike ride in. Strong work. I think we can go to the middle. Actually, after that, no, there's one car coming, but he still has the light. Nope, it's changing. I wonder if he's going to do it. Nope, he's not going to do it. All right, let's go. Russian word for backpack. Rucksack. Yes. True. That was sauce. Sheila, good morning. Gigi's here. Yes, Monday sun, finally. Yeah, I looked more into these trees. They really are Bradford pear trees. They produce those really, really small, inedible, circular pears. They're like this big. But yeah, that's what these are. They're the ones that are all over the city. If you look enough about any of these tree species, someone will always call them invasive. It seems to be a popular word associated with a lot of these trees that they seem to have planted ubiquitously in the city areas, but I don't know why. It just is what it is. Excuse me. Let's see. Partridge and Pear Tree, Nicholas Novera, good morning. Laura and Sarah, good morning. Panda Gabs is here. F&F, good morning. What else have I missed? Oh, this light's going to change soon. There should be less cars just because of the spring break, but there's still some. But I think there's a delay on this. We're good. Yep. Carter, all right, stay safe. 3-part miniseries, oh my goodness. RJ, hello. Circle Beyond says Bradford pears don't last long. Why can't they make them edible? If they got so many of these pear trees, why can't they have proper pear trees? I don't know what other issues fruit trees would cause in New York, potentially. Well, rotting fruit, maybe? All the animals would eat them, no? I don't know. Abby UK, good morning. All right, once we make this right into Malcolm X Boulevard, this will be our first long stretch until Broadway. Then we make a left and we travel that long road until the Williamsburg Bridge. I don't know which one is longer actually at this point, which part, which leg of our walk. Car looks a little damaged across the street. Okay. I think we're in Crown Heights. But Crown Heights is very big, so I don't know if there's like a subdivision. Tom X, hello. James Davidson, good morning. Bradford pear trees smother indigenous trees. So I don't know, how do they decide to plant these then? Do they just not know? Or something else? I don't know. Mike Crane in Perth, hello. M. Lou, good morning. Ruslan, hello. Bayard Street is clear? Well, that's good. Tiger Khan, hello. Frank the Tank, happy Monday. Now there's an Iowa plate. I don't know that we've seen Iowa here yet, but now there's an Iowa plate. Right in front of it, Connecticut, and back to New York. Two slices of pizza, $5. So that's $2.50 a slice. It sounds better than if they just put $2.50. Because people these days expect, the $1.50 at the very minimum. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. This is just a row of New York plates. Did I miss Michael Franco? Hello. Joanne is here. Good morning. Ambrose, can you respond on my behalf all the time? About Masha asks, "Вы знаете русский," which means you know Russian? A little bit. Чуть-чуть. Pennsylvania. Virginia just drove by. This car looks suspicious for an unmarked vehicle, but I don't know that it is. Why did city plant Bradford pears? Here we go, GPT will tell us. Fast growth, attractive white blossoms, and ability to thrive in various soils. They didn't mention the invasive part. But it had been criticized since maybe that became a later problem. But that doesn't even say invasive. Interesting. Avril Stephen Loki, hello. From Philly to wherever, good morning. Our weekend was filled with cleaning, purging, boxing up some stuff. Even if it was very little, it feels good to have some progress. You know, it just feels like you're chipping away at an iceberg, but it's better than not having started at all. So I'll take it. I also purged a lot of my crap. So many USB cables. I don't even want to look at them anymore. There's a box of it's a tangled mess. I think one of the issues that I did or never did was when I switched out a cable, I never threw out the one I switched out, because if I'm switching it out, I'm switching it out for a reason, you know. So I don't know why I threw it back into the box. I should have just thrown it out completely, not just saved it. So I think I got to be more mindful of that and try to throw them out immediately in the future if I do swap out. Because otherwise I just build up this mess, this collection that I don't need. That's a substantial number of bags worth. Not trucks yet. There's still more. We haven't really gotten rid of much of her stuff yet. What we have been doing, we got this really cheap vacuum seal kit where you manually, vacuum stuff. Oh man, I could have crossed 8 times. I guess I'll cross in the meantime. This way. Yeah, so we've just been like the baby clothes that we're saving. We're just vacuuming them into a smaller bag and then storing them at grandma's. So that'll be also less boxes for the movers and hopefully resulting in less cost, since I don't think they're going to be doing a collab or anything with me. If I throw out my dongles, I think the earth would shift. If I can make that 1/2, Deborah, that'll be great. Did I miss Nova Rain's entrance? Hello. And Cat Yellow's here too? I mean, while I dug around through all my stuff, I found 4 different versions of like battery-powered dusters. You know, the ones that just blow air instead of compressed air. But why do I have 4 different battery versions of it? I found 3 different USB cable, like DVD accessories, you know, for the computer in case you do have something you need to access with a USB, you know, from a DVD, I mean. Probably because I had them and then I couldn't find it for when I needed to look at a disc of something, and then I ordered another one. Stupid idiot commuter. Chris Bates is here. Yeah, the stuff that seems like it works, Gigi, I put it in the basement of the building where others can look at it and take it if they want. But I feel like just dumping a bag of USB cables, it was a lot. It must have been like 100 cables. I think that's just more trouble than it's worth. I don't know. Donna Jacques over on Twitch, thanks for the follow. Julie Horton, good morning. It's probably just because Amazon makes it too easy to buy stuff for Prime. I have so many dongles that are just no good too. I need to do the same thing with the dongles. I should be, as soon as I swap out a dongle because it's not effective anymore for whatever reason, I should just get rid of it. Because there's a reason that I swapped it. Oh well. Mr. Big Daz, hello. AA for technology, oh no. At least I'm able to throw it out. Like I'm able to look at, aren't there like some, for people who really have trouble decluttering, aren't there like strategies, like you have to say thank you to the stuff you get rid of, like you served your purpose, now I can get rid of you kind of a thing? I had a coffee, Arcade Awesome. Max Headroom. Have a great day too. That's right, Phil, just for you. And everyone else, of course, on the channel. The big move, well, supposed to be, you know, the first week of May 1st. Maybe we could push it to May 2nd. Because that would be kind of good. I can actually take May 1st to move some of my more sensitive items myself, like all my computer stuff. Not my big table or monitor, but like my server and the stuff that I need for streaming. Because I scheduled Verizon for May 1st to switch out my service over there. So maybe if we can push it off to May 2nd, I can like get the service set up, get my servers up and running, and then we'll have that going. We'll see. Somebody asked how long it will take till we get to Manhattan. I don't know, probably another 40 minutes. Maybe more. By 9-ish. Yeah, a lot of the phones got rid of the charger in a box, but many still come with the cables. This guy's just parked in a crosswalk. Not sure about that one. Take a photo of it, then I'm just hoarding digital photos of it. I bet Bagels has his own collection of dongles. Ryan Flynn, thanks for the follow. Mike is coming with the family in December. Cheap eats, I mean, you can get stuff cheap depending on what you want to eat. Halal food on the street can be had for pretty cheap at times. So that's always an option. Come out to Flushing, Queens. Maybe the Chinatown Manhattan has gotten a little pricier too, but you can definitely find some neighborhoods with cheaper foods. Nick Tastic's birthday is May 1st. Apartment tour of the old place? I don't know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see, like, through the stress of all the moving and stuff, what'll happen, you know, because a lot of the influencers do these kinds of videos because it is their job, right? They make videos about this, about their life. But, like, it's a secondary thing for me. And I still got real work and stuff. Now, this isn't real work, but you know what I mean. I still got extra things to worry about, so I might not be in the right headspace to even remember to record an apartment tour. So we'll see. Molly Chamber, good morning. Time or distance record? Not today. We'll see what we feel like doing on the bridge, because we have no umbrellas, we have no rain, so we have a chance to go fast, but no guarantees. Photo Spaceman, good morning. JD, good morning. We got a ways to go. We're approaching Broadway now, and then we'll make a left and follow the train essentially almost to the bridge, because these are the same tracks that do join the bridge, though we do take a slight detour away from the tracks as we get onto the bridge, but you'll see. Yep. And up. Philip Maxwell, good morning. Joanne Ratchford, good morning. Or is this just Joan? Outdoor mailboxes, I guess, for the apartment building to my left. Will, good morning. Let's hope there's no service funkiness today. I'm surprised this case that I'm using for the Radsha Rock 5B Plus is worse at temperature than the other one, but maybe it'll help contain some of the heat inside of it too. I don't know. That's true, Donna. Crispy pizza? Don't know if I know that one. Lynn Graham, hello. Will, howdy. I know, Justin. I do it to myself sometimes. AT&T is quite bad out here for whatever reason. What was I up to? Sally Scipio. Hello. Yeah, it's less than 50, so we're still sniffling. The days of sniffles will be done soon enough. But winter's hanging on still by a thread. But it's trying. This is what my dongles and cables look like. Just even less organized. The cars are moving a little better here, I guess, because school is not in session. At least public school. But there's still trash pickup, so that's creating some blockages here and there. Jacqueline Dalamal, Senor Barba. Hello, hello. Vegas will walk Sean is here. Hey, Diva Slova's back on Twitch. Wants an explanation for why they were banned. Here's their message. You banned me a week ago. Can you give me a proper explanation? Graffiti all over the walls, trash on the floor. Why does it not bother you? Why does not City wash it? This looks apocalyptic. Because you came into the stream 3 months ago with the same nonsense messaging. And then you say, look at Moscow, it's so amazing. Like, what's the point of that? Why are you even here? It says it gives you anxiety to look at this stuff. Unless you're hate watching, what's the point? Anyway, there you go. This is why we should have, like, I know Asmongold does it, but Bagels and Walk Sean suggested it before too. Have an unbanned request stream. Anyway, if that's all you can say, you'll probably be banned again. But it seems like you have nothing good to say about anything. Why don't you indulge my unhappiness? Exactly. Luke Skywalker's here on the green platform. Gigi, with somebody over on Twitch, Diva Slova, they say Moscow's the best. Just look at Moscow. Look at how crappy New York is. Only Moscow is the best. Also, nothing is perfect. And people also should take responsibility for their own actions too, right? Every city is a community, and there's some social constructs that should be followed for things to work. You want me to do better? Yes, I'm responsible for the city and everything going on. Why don't you do better? You come here and fix it. If you think you can do better, why put it on someone else? Because you believe we can do better. You do it. You're the one who has a problem with it. Anyway, we'll give them one more message, and if it's still nonsensical, I'm assuming, что они понимают русский, что ты понимаешь, that they understand Russian because of how they said it before. Forbid writing graffiti. Oh yeah, it's definitely legal. When has that stopped anybody? Anyway, forbid trash on the floors. Oh my gosh, this person's. I think the room temperature IQ. All right, somebody ban them. I've had enough. Oh, they even said they're a lazy Russian citizen. Government must take care of it. Okay, so this person's just nonsense. We got it all figured out. That's right, Justin. All right, whatever. What time? 8:23. We're doing okay on time, I think. You can see how much less activity there is on school weeks that are off. Just a lot less cars, a lot less people. I'll put you in, coach. I think it looks like they've calmed down, but we'll see. Yeah, that's what I think so too, Deborah. Zoom, zoom on the scooter, on the sidewalk. Crime should be illegal. Easy as that. Moon, good morning. Jay Bear, good morning. Ooh, who's turning? Who's turning? Where's my chance? Where's my chance? Aw, man, I got no chance. No chance in hell. Nope. How about the truck? How about the truck? That was a big chance. Look how slow it went. I could have gone 8 times. All right, after this guy. Bradford Pear. T. Jason Carter, hello. The weather has been confusing for the last couple weeks now, but it looks like it's warming up. Well, I don't know actually. Tomorrow 65 and 42 and rain again potentially. Then it's going to be in the 50s, and then by the weekend 60s and 70s. Though it looks like maybe more rain on Saturday too. So, you know, pack to be ready for anything. Sean Behave is dreaming reality. Nice. Louis Bailey, good morning. Ooh, new seasons of Doctor Who and The Last of Us. I didn't watch the first season of The Last of Us, and that's partly because I thought that I would eventually play the game. But that hasn't happened yet, so I don't know if I should just resort to watching it instead. Demands the thumbs. The 70s McDonald's still here. I hope they never change it. I mean, they must have updated over the years a little bit, right? A slight refurbishment, maintenance, but they kept the character. I wonder if this one used to have a play place. The drive-thru is also very interesting. It's also an interesting way to get there. Last of Us is very good. I tried Cat Yellow, but I don't think they care. You watch someone playing the game. It is an option these days. Piece of cake moving again. I think I'm going to use them. We'll see. In the US, do you ever acknowledge people on the street? Pretty rarely. If you're in like a primarily residential neighborhood in like one of the boroughs, you might know your neighbors pretty well and you'll say hi, but most of the time you're passing by strangers, and if you said hi to every single person on the street, people would think you're very weird. Which is all relative, of course, but you know what I mean. Oh, really, Deborah? Who's on the list? Scotty, CB19 with a prime sub over on Twitch. Thank you for that, Scotty. Appreciate it. That's true too, Allie. People might feel over entitled to snoop or something. I think it's also Passover. So even as we get into the Orthodox Jewish neighborhood of Brooklyn, Williamsburg, we might not see as many Orthodox Jewish people out either. Hi, baby Mike. Thanks for the follow. We're getting closer to the bridge, Williamsburg Bridge. No cars, we go. Oh, really, Deborah? Interesting. That bad, huh? And they might hire someone to find you? D Cesar from Brazil, hello. Williamsburg has a lot of stuff going on. So does all of New York. Yep. Perfect moving again, trying to associate purple with them since pink is a piece of cake. Apparently somebody stole the Mona Lisa. Velocity Ascent, welcome. Like the radio stuff, like first time, long time, first time. Yeah, that's the one. This looks like a very Disney font. But welcome. Thanks for saying hi. Well, welcome to the chat anyway. You know what I mean. Up. 7-Up. You wonder about 7-Up sometimes. Because people like order Sprite sometimes, you know, Pepsi and Coke, okay. But I feel like you don't really hear people ordering 7-Up. What do you want to drink? 7-Up. I don't know, maybe I'm just, maybe I've tuned it out. Anybody? Yes, TJ. It was on the side of the other moving truck. Oh, so they really are pulling some tactics there, huh, Deborah? Definitely Apple wants to know what shoes I'm wearing. These North Face sneakers. They've been pretty good, but I don't even know if they sell them anymore. So I saw a 7-Up truck. That's why I asked about it. So I guess they were delivering 7-Up, but I'm trying to think if I know anybody who actually, I know it's anecdotal, but maybe there are stats out there. What's the percentage of people who actually order 7-Up? Manischewitz, Chris. Shows, good morning. Yeah, I remember that commercial, make 7-Up yours. Brooks shoes? 7-Up and grenadine. I mean, I know they say ginger to help settle stomach aches, but I don't know that any of the actual sodas that claim they're ginger soda, at least the big ones, actually have proper ginger in them. Maybe 7-Up is monopolizing the mixed drink world. I don't know. I don't think I have a special command for socks yet. Wait, they changed the name of Sierra Mist to Starry Bulls? What? What does that even mean? DSW, there's one in Union Square, I think. Big one, too. Actually, I don't know if there's any small DSWs, but... Coke soda cures everything. Well, at least they use real sugar there, huh? Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Oh, I see. It's just Starry. Still weird. Starry? Huh. I definitely like Sierra Mist better than Starry, but I think people just don't like change either. But if it was a good change, maybe. That one doesn't sound like a good change. It's like when they changed Sleepy's to Mattress Firm. Hello, Fleet. What they need to bring back is original recipe for Loco. No, they don't need to do that at all. Surge, I vaguely remember. Step to topics, good morning. Fiefly. Got it. Looks like we could also switch to Cyrillic for a second, huh? Yeah, there's some cool some cool videos of old New York. Sometimes it's nice to see when they artificially color them, just to see what it might look like, you know, if you're looking at it with your own eyes, but it also looks a little weird when that happens, but still cool stuff. Top 3 tourist musts near my walk. Here, I'm not too sure, but at least one of the bridges, Brooklyn Bridge is a big one. We're not walking over that one today, but it's a free spot, and the weather should be nicer, so it should be not too bad to do. I guess they cut down a tree or pruned a tree nearby. They just need to bring back orbits. Mighty Bull with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Mighty Bull. I too am from Russia. Я тоже из России, but I came when I was 7. And I'm much older now. I'm decrepit. Fresca. Remember Fresca? That Cybertruck is still parked near that building up ahead. It's always in that little slip. New code red. Oh boy. Did they paint the Cybertruck in there? It looks different. Looks like it might have a matte coating too. Over there. Oh, it's green. Oh, it's blinking. We'll make it. There's a delay. I see you driving around town when you get We're making good time today. I think I started a few minutes earlier too. Polly, good morning. Yvette, good morning. Tab. That's what you get when you hit the tab key on the keyboard. Simpsons. Bear in the Gardens here, just in time for the bridge almost. Moving along. Dr. Brown celery tonic. Yep, Elise Butik, hello. Milk and Pepsi. Oh. Interesting. I don't know what that guy's doing on that bike. There he goes. Sounds kind of familiar, Laura, but I don't think I ever had it. Grape Mehi. Don't know that one either. Patrice, good morning. You tried milk and Pepsi once, Andrew? Yeah, I don't think that would be for me. I guess it's kind of like a milk float, yeah, a milkshake. At least I don't think I've ever really liked milk floats either. It's just too sweet. It's like you could tell when you have something like that you're not supposed to have it. Like you could just tell. There's just something not right here. They're almost on the bridge. Knee high? Is that how you pronounce it? Oh boy. Fargo soda. Scotch and milk, huh? Interesting. I wonder if it like acts as like a way to pre-soothe the stomach or something. Ecuadorian food. Wow. All right, up the hill we go. No bikes. It's only because they have a dedicated lane on the other side. Or pathway. It's bi-directional. Tomato juice and beer? That's interesting. I've always been a Pepsi person. No eggs, no cream. Yeah, never something I drank either. I used to play basketball in Stuytown until I got fully drenched in sweat and then down a big slam because Shaquille O'Neal told me to do so. Non-alcoholic Guinness. That still has a bunch of carbs in it though, right? Well, I guess if you like the taste, it's a good way to not have the alcohol. How many rats today? Well, I happen to notice 0. I'm sure they were there though, somewhere. Nova, good luck with the errand. Yeah, I thought I heard about that. They're sending some like musicians and actors into space for science, I guess. Publicity stunt? Ozzy Joanne, good morning. Or evening. Over there. Train's coming very slowly. Well, seemingly slowly. It's much faster than I'm proceeding at the train. Orange juice, huh, George? Jolt Cola? Oh yeah, with extra caffeine. Yes. But I don't think I've really drank that. I think I drank enough soda back then anyway. There's the guard was in space. I'm still waiting for them to build a space elevator. Bear in the Garden, as a science, is that possible? Like, considering we have like satellites orbiting the Earth, is it possible to like attach a rope to one of them like a giant space kite and then also send stuff up and down the rope? Or would it get pulled down? How would that work? As a science. Oh, they do that weightless trip, got it. With my tech, only my tech. Because like, how would whatever you end up using for the space elevator, it would have to get it would be very heavy. Unless it's a solid structure, but I don't know that they could build a solid structure that high up into the sky. You know what I mean? How would a space elevator work? Is it really possible? Somebody call Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like the Willy Wonka elevator, just go all directions. I think what they have to do is do the slingshot method. You know, drill a hole directly through the center of the Earth and then jump in. And then, you know, you get slingshotted through. That should work. Baby commuter loves Minions. I think that's like the theory for actual long distance space travel. Just fold space. Isn't that kind of how wormholes work? If they're even real, which supposedly they are, but who knows? Yeah, GTA uses very obvious, like, real things and changes the names. All their cars are too, I think. Uh-oh, somebody left a city bike up here. Someone's getting charged. Ah, my engineering skills are bad. Well, I guess you would still have to do a few slingshots worth, right? Before you end up in the middle. You get to bounce back and forth a little. I guess you wouldn't bounce through. It's probably the same concept as the pendulum ball, where you let go of a ball from your face. If you don't move, it'll never come back to hit you. Maybe. Ricana wants to see the views around the bridge. This is one of the worst bridges to get views from, just because it's surrounded by fences and like really small grids, so you can't really get a good photo. But you can go to the Manhattan and the Brooklyn Bridge on my left and get some photos there. Mercury Moments, Josh is here. Good morning. But I guess the Earth is also not a perfect sphere, right? So it's lopsided. So I wonder if, depending on how you drill the hole, the center of the Earth is not necessarily at the center of, you know what I mean? That might cause some interesting effects. Get it done. The Core, I haven't seen. I know I've seen that movie, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe it's worth a rewatch. Man, that guy was like the Terminator. The bikes are on that. This bike is on this side. Nobody knows why. I guess he thinks he's special. It's a good idea, Bagels and Long Shot. I should bring my little grabby grabber. Oh man, folding fitted sheets. No amount of science or differential calculus, integral calculus. Nothing could solve folding a fitted sheet. True. Warm a zinger. Thanks for the follow. I mean, didn't they already launch all the garbage into space at Futurama? And it like almost came back and killed them all. That's the thing, they gotta launch it directly into the sun. Would there be any negative effects of that? Apart from the amount of like science and money it will cost to send a giant ball of trash into the sun, does that damage the sun at all? What happens? It just burns up, but like, what are the consequences of doing such a thing? They are doing a little bit of work on that side, but it's not blocking the bike lane. It narrows it temporarily, but they could still get through on the bikes. Yeah, folding fitted sheets seems like rather unnecessary, right? They're all going to be stretched out anyway. You're right. Just do your best, put them into some manner of neatness. No proof of concept exists for a space elevator. Aha. Then the sun would explode. That should be a movie too now. Let's just send everything into the sun. Except Superman, he would get too strong. Altering solar dynamics. What a... I think that's how it originally sounded. Justin, we still don't know. Pink was on sale when they painted the bridge. Nice. Moon-sized bag of trash. That sounds like Russell Crowe's band, 30 Odd Foot of Grunt, or whatever it is. Is that the name of it? Oh yeah, that material is just gone. Yeah, we gotta figure out how to extract the most out of everything we throw out. True. Wait, I could have sworn it was called 30 Odd Foot of Grunt. Or is that another actor's band? Oh, there's the time right below your message, Murat. Amazing, right? It's the future. John M., hello. I think the bridges are fine at night. Actually quite a few cars waiting to get into Manhattan. I guess there's still enough traffic on an off-school week. Hold on. Yeah, 30 Odd Foot of Grunts, Russell Crowe's band. All right. Bridge record is 17 minutes, 44 seconds. I feel like we're doing decent. I mean, it is a very long last section, though. Like, this looks like it could take like a minute and a half to actually get down and finish, but maybe now that I know, I could try to at least set a record. That was also with a delay of like the latency of the stream. They still got the confusing old signs on the bottom, but the new signs are bikes on the other side, walkers and runners on my side. The sign on the top is more accurate. I think this bridge is longer than Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, based on our times too. We could also base how long the bridges are on how long it takes to walk us across them, right? Because I think we can make the lights still. I don't see any bikes behind me. 8 seconds left. Okay. Okay. Do we make it? Oh yeah, we're not going to see Gladys this week or next weekend, depending on if I actually stream on Friday, May 2nd, which I think at this point we're not going to, but we might not be doing that for 3 weeks. The bridge, 1896 to 1903 or something like that, was when it was in progress, I believe. No rain today, Smoking Wellies, although it's not perfect sun either. It's a joint record, same as last week. Interesting. I thought we were going to be able to do it, but I guess I couldn't get my little leggies moving. Yes, she only works on school in session days. Yes, we'll have to channel her positivity. I think the beginning of March still had a Monday with no rain. I think. Somebody actually checked. I think it was like March 10th or something was the first Monday with rain. Ham hock that remains a mystery of the channel. I know, it's frustrating. Nope, tend to walk. Early Mondays, though, I've been, because this is a temporary thing, it's been much faster to get a car, actually, to get deep Brooklyn at that hour. The Williamsburg Bridge is officially longer, and it is reflected in the times it takes us to cross. It's reflected. Yeah, this week the kids are off. So if you have young enough kids, there's like the transition period where the kids are too old for daycare and they have keep moving. You just got to keep it moving, as he said. Yes, there's a period between when they're too old for daycare and when they're not old enough to stay home by themselves, where you have to like figure out childcare for a lot of the year, right? All of summer and multiple days and weeks off throughout the school year itself. Maybe Poober. Why not? Probably at some point. I don't see why it's going to be a mystery forever. It's just going to be very a lackluster reveal. It's just not going to be like anything amazing. It is like the best, that's probably the best New York slogan, I think. That's keep it moving. That's probably the best advice for all tourists in New York. Keep it moving. You think you want to stop in the middle of the sidewalk? Keep it moving. That's it. It's the only advice you need for New York. I'll wait for a second. Is this light changing? Should be. G's cheesesteaks. I've heard good things about this place, but I've not yet tried it. Yeah, sometimes it just feels like they like interlock their arms and just create a plow on the sidewalk. Unnecessary. Keep moving. Or for oblivion guards, I guess. Ziggy Shanene, welcome back. Prayer, good morning. Ooh, Sunday morning is ready to give out some stuff. Or to sell some stuff. Actually, what is that place? And why does it have people out the door on a Monday morning? And it's not even Sunday morning, it's Monday morning. It's Monday, not Sunday. I think they actually looked at me. I got nervous. It reminds me of like the you can't park there when somebody's like broken down on the side of the road. Ah, that's mean. Where was I up to? Bear in the Garden gifted a membership to Stephen Friedman. Thank you, Bear in the Garden, for all of your super support and metrics and gifting. And welcome, Stephen. I'm guessing somebody could look it up if they want. Maybe there's something actually going on there. Can we find out?
Well, find something to do, buddy.
Not sure what was going on there. Oh, do you know that spot market on the church? Sunday morning? But I line out the door on a Monday. I wonder what's up. I'm curious when we'll even be able to pre-order the Nintendo Switch 2 at this point. So if you do qualify for the Nintendo pre-order, which I think I do based on my hours and months of Nintendo Switch Online, but you don't find out until May 8th. But I was looking for a backup pre-order, but they're still not open. Texas toddler is a native New Yorker, like his mom. He gave him a hose to water the plants. He watered the stone patio. Yep. It's like the Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck. You might be a New Yorker. This place is supposed to have decent sandwiches. Sunny and Annie's Deli. Haven't had it in a long time though. Godzilla. Anybody find out what Sunday morning was doing? Yeah, people were hoping with the tariffs on pause that we can get the pre-orders in the first batch sooner, but I don't know. Because if anything, if the price is going to hold until the tariffs fully come through, that's just going to be more incentive for scalpers to buy up all the stock and resell after the tariffs come in. They'll still get more than retail, but they'll probably try to say, oh, you'll pay less than tariffs. Oh, definitely Apple. That must be Thor. Uh-oh. Can't say that word anymore. It's been redeemed for a ban. Can I say, like, import tax? Shard of the teal. Perfect. Kia. I don't like the new Kia logo. Maybe that's more of a me thing.
You get a coffee.
RGU Jones, good morning. All the leaves are really coming in. My favorite time, when everything gets green again. Sounds tasty, Susie.
Maybe she was like a
Maybe. By the way, Google's Gemini doesn't do it well, but if you go into Google Assistant and you do search a song, you can actually hum a tune into it, and it'll give you several things of what it thinks with the percentage accuracy. That could be a fun segment. I feel like that's like a street segment. Well, how accurately can you hum a song and get Google to give you a more than 50% likelihood rating? I don't know. It worked for something we tried to find over the weekend. Lev, доброе утро. NW Black and the Blacks in Tampa, hello. Let's try it right now. I'm gonna hit the microphone thing, close the keyboard, nope. Search a song. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I didn't find it on that one, but it found some random obscure overture to an opera. I think if I gave it more verses. Anyway, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Inconsistent. Pixel 9 Pro. Many songs do use the same progressions. You got to get pretty weird and like microtonal or atonal if you want to go really different. But those just don't sound as good, right? You have to be like a music snob to claim you enjoy them. Yeah, if it didn't know, but it knew a really obscure. We essentially here. A friend sent me this. I'll play it back. A friend sent me this. And we found it based on that. So sometimes it works, sometimes like, you might have to give a few shots, a few tries. I think for Shazam, to sing into Shazam officially, you need the song needs to be like an a cappella song, and then you have to match the pitch. And if you can match the pitch to the a cappella song, maybe you'll be able to get Shazam to recognize it properly. You may be able to do it also with like a piano piece, you know? Classical music, just because it's the piano and that's the sounds. But if it's like a full band or an orchestra, it might be tough. Yeah, I don't like that stuff either, ham hock. And I did a bunch of music theory and studies. Yeah, nobody knows it. It was Rossini. It's a Rossini opera. If you actually want to find it now, it's Rossini's Ragazza Ladra in the overture. It's like 4.5 minutes in the overture of that opera, Ragazza Ladra. I think that's how you pronounce it. No, Shazam works if you have perfect pitch. If you use this Google's thing, you can kind of finagle your way through. But yeah. Thanks to the official follow on Twitch, Mr. Ralph Rosa. Remember that name from YouTube. Was it used in 2001: A Space Odyssey? I don't know about that. The one famously associated with that one is probably Strauss, that also sprach Zarathustra, or however you say it. Abby's back. Welcome back. Maybe we should see if the East River pathway's opened yet. If you know more than 10 Puccini arias, do you win a prize? I guess if you can sing them all from scratch without checking them, maybe? Can you do some recitatives as well? Jeffrey, on, well, we're kind of merging with our Super Old Monday route right now, but eventually we're going to be going back to our West Village route on Mondays. Not so much the dead of night anymore. The story of the wild turkey who flew from Roosevelt Island back to Manhattan. Breaking news. I hope somebody charged it some tax. How'd you have a good one, Roxanne? Good morning. Not much, Justin, not much. Not much. Not much. Yeah, it's also the anthem of like any contestant on America's Got Talent who sings opera. Or something like that. Is tomorrow tax day? Doesn't concern me. We did our taxes in February. We could use some more moving boxes. Twisted Metal, that's the one we just identified like 30 seconds ago. But I haven't seen the whole thing though. So not really. Well, I doubt you could do any better, Ham Hock. It's easy for people to critique, right? Let's go see the river. GPT will probably give you a much more concise perfect versus relative. Well, critiquing is very opinion-based, but sometimes you can't critique unless you actually know the subject either. Otherwise, it's just nonsense. That's the other half of it. Yeah, that was actually probably a very good, concise description of perfect and relative pitch. Good. No worries, Justin. It is a longer walk these days. These Mondays, anyway. Doo-doo Budka, hello. I should have tried harder to make this light like that car. Well, no, he didn't make it, though. That was definitely red. Whoa. I don't know that I've ever heard a Prius hit the gas so hard they screech the tires, but there it is. Yeah, key signature, that's an easier one. Well, time signature, not key signature, time signature. Key signature is different. I know what that is, actually. But then, no, I think it's still closed over there. All right, we're just going to go around. I'm not going to bother going that way. But you could also tell the if it's major or minor, those kinds of things, too. You screech your Prius tires all the time? All right, I guess it is what it is. That's still the car I would get. If I were ever going to get a car in New York, the Prius would be it. I feel like it's the most practical, potentially. My manualist masterpieces? Yes, I have to use my hand farts. The buildings across the river? No, that was Long Island City and Greenpoint. Queens and Brooklyn, respectively. Left side would be Long Island, right side Brooklyn. Oh yeah, Long Island City. Right side Greenpoint. Although I don't know if any... Does any Prius have the option of having manual transmission? Is that a thing in a Prius? We'll see, Darby. I guess they're not going to be able to really test them until the next storm, whenever that might happen. I mean, I don't even know. When was the before Sandy, when was this storm that was as bad as that one was in New York? Like, what was the last one before Sandy? I just said that. Prius is the only practical New York car. I'm sticking to it. Toyota, hybrid, gas mileage, cheaper repairs. It's gonna get dinged up in the city. Irene was kind of bad. They're getting there, but it's still not done. Anticipated completion August 31st, 2024. Maybe 2025 if we're lucky now. The new Prius uses the hashtag to label everything in the car. Is that really true? What are the actual differences in exhaust? Like from a 1970s car to like a 2020s car. How substantial is it? Because if I were to guess, I would say like the fumes and things are much worse out of those cars that are older. And I would just say ban them all if that's the case. Jerome in Queens, hello. Hurricane Floyd flooded your way home. But like, Sandy did flooding to the point where it flooded like the hospital's basements here. They had to evacuate NYU, if I remember correctly, because the basement got flooded. And that's also where they kept all their backup generators. So they had no power, on top of no power. No backup power. I'd rather go back to the horse and buggy. Well, it still has to be quick. I don't know anything about a catalytic converter. I wouldn't. Yeah, I remember looking out the window during Sandy, and then I saw flashes of light in a distance, and then all the power went out. I was like watching the buildings just like lights go out. Good times. Capes. I think they take up too much space. You know, when people walk in windy weather. Ooh, special parking. Fumes depends on the engine and fuel. Interesting. I mean, I would imagine like a hybrid car has less emissions substantially. No? Maybe? I have no idea. The Incredibles did teach us we shouldn't have capes, at least for superheroes. Blue Origin's almost launching. Are they all in? All the celebrities are packed in? It's still on as far as I know, Jeffrey. Yeah, I know very little about cars myself, just how to identify them in the street. That's a car! No sleep till. I'll finish it. Brooklyn, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Are they lifting off? Is Katy Perry singing anything on the way up? Substantially. See, right? See? It's the future. I mean, it sounds like the natural progression of cars should be all cars become hybrids before they become electric. I guess, I don't know. But I have a feeling it's an uphill battle with enthusiasts. I guess there are a lot of non-driving commuters here, which probably helps. Though there's still a lot of people that drive. Oh boy, TH. Stavichober's here, no time, but here for a little bit at the end. So everyone should just go much faster, Ron. Got it. A psychic? All right, well, let's see if that pans out to anything. TH, I'm gonna assume no. But if it, well, the thing is, the I guess they only have to be right on the big things sometimes to give themselves credibility, right? Like if they could just guess correctly on a couple of big things, then I'll say, well, I predicted that one. That is true. Having such a big population does make things seem different. Wherever I was going with that. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know several people with me that grew up with me. Some of them quite successful who don't even have a driver's license. Like, they have a state ID, of course, New York ID, but not a license. Not even a permit. That just shows you how unnecessary it is to drive here. I mean, it is still very convenient to have a driver's license, right? So if you go somewhere, you rent a car, you take a weekend trip, whatever, it's still useful. Hamper, where's the 1080? Yeah, I wish I could tell you. Right now, we don't know. All right, we're slowing it down for the last minute here. Take it in while you can. I don't know why Twitch keeps not giving us the full breadth of transcoding. Gundamash in Ohio, hello. You went to a tennies once, you were the only runner there. Oh boy. DOS55, thanks for the follow. Who are we rating today? Psychic plans to promote viewership. Oh boy. Thanks to the official follow, Gundamash. Sarah Bridgewater. Oh, is she biking somewhere? Let's go. But also, oh, she's cycling to TwitchCon. All right. Oh, isn't Kuma going to be walking again big this year? And also, I think All Day is in London. Is he going to TwitchCon too? I got to go to one of these one day. And I think All Day is All Day UK today. So if anybody wants to check out that too, outside of the raid. Let's see, do I have my... Nope, my OBS disconnected. All right. Thanks everyone for joining today. Hopefully you enjoyed this commute from Brooklyn to Manhattan. That was a good 7 miles. We are at 15,000 steps according to my watch. Not bad. Now we got to get to work. Well, more work. I already worked this morning before the stream. Now we continue. Yeah, Ron, there's several folks I'd like to be able to raid, but I haven't been able to stream in the afternoons recently. It's just everything with the move and all that on my mind. It's just all this extra stuff on my plate. Hopefully after we settle in, I could do more afternoon streams. Even the weekend ones are getting a little very sparse. And I'm working this weekend, and it's WrestleMania, but maybe if I can get things done a certain way, I can do it. If only I had something to test. Testing something, I always find time. So I got to find something to test. Bagels and Walk Sean is going to say like a big DSLR camera with HDMI out. Dragons, thanks for the follow. Anyway, yes, thanks again, everyone, for joining. Appreciate your support. Super Chat, Super Stickers, PayPal, Patreon, memberships. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, not subscribers. Thank you, too. But if you're not subscribed and listening, do think about it. It helps us out. And other walkers as well. Twitch friends, thanks for the follows and subscriptions, which are also premium forms of support, akin to a YouTube membership. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can use its free Twitch Prime sub and get rid of ads on Twitch for a month. And then you could re-up it manually every month. But it's part of your Amazon Prime membership. Thank you for your thumbs on YouTube, and thanks to the mods everywhere. Anyway, have a great rest of Monday, Tuesday, and we should see you Wednesday morning for a walk or commute to the Upper West Side by way of Central Park, which should probably be much greener than it has been all of this calendar year. Until then, have a good one.